Okay, so then we're going to break down this bucket again and we're going to feed it like we did last time in the last video. So it can help to have some spare stuff ready. So a spare bucket with all your holes and with your tape, micropore tape put on there. So I've done most of the holes. So this is the last one, just to show you what that's like. So you just cut off a square and put it over the hole. That allows it to breathe, but not for contaminants and stuff like that to get in there. So we've done that all around the bucket. So that's our spare. You could just break down the existing one, clean it all out, redo the tape, but this is probably just quicker and a bit cleaner. Then I can sort of clean this up at my leisure. So you can feel, probably hear the fan going off in the mushroom fridge over there. So that's set on a timer. So we're going to open this all up. So you can see in this bucket, oops, it's kind of peeled away from the edges here. So that's just taking the moisture and feeding that into the mushrooms, and that's why we've got to add water and bran and things like that to build it back up again. So all that white stuff is just the mycelium that's colonised all of that, the paper pellets and the bran that we put in initially. So to feed it, basically very similar process to what we did before. We're going to go a teaspoon of hydrated lime, probably a heaps teaspoon, maybe a little bit more. This volume of water is a little bit larger. Pre-measured out my water, so both the water to replace the weight of the mushrooms that we've harvested and 50% of the weight of the bran that we're going to add to feed that as well. So we need to feed it because a lot of energy has gone into produce the mushrooms, so by feeding it we're kind of giving it the energy to have another kick. So we're just mixing that lime and the water together. Kind of helps to sterilise everything, so you don't get, if you start getting moulds and contamination in there, then the mould outcompetes the mycelium, and then instead of mushrooms you get mould, which you don't want. So we've got that, it's our hydrated lime water, and so then we do as we did before, we just break this bucket down back into this bucket, and then we're going to add our lime. So we're going to crumble it all up, measure out our bran as we did in the last video, pack it all back in the bucket, and put it aside for another 7 or so days until it starts pinning again. I probably should have done a quick video to show you what it looks like when it starts pinning. So we only moved these things into the fridge after they started pinning. You can see the big one over there hasn't actually started pinning. I think because it's a bigger bucket, it takes longer to colonise, and so hopefully in the next couple of days that'll start pinning, assuming I've done everything right, and then we'll get another some more mushrooms out of that bucket, hopefully before this one starts to fruit again. So you can see I'm just crumbling that up. I'll add some bran, pack it back in the bucket, and off we go again. So that's pretty much it. So hopefully you're enjoying the videos. Let us know if there's anything that you want to see or know, and that we can help out with.